Akashic Records reading and healing, when taken beyond its popular surface, is not merely about identifying repeating life patterns or narrating symbolic past life stories, but about entering a refined state of awareness where the deeper architecture of a person's inner world begins to reveal itself. It includes understanding not just what patterns exist, but how they are formed, what beliefs sustain them, what emotional rewards or fears keep them alive, and why an individual unconsciously continues to participate in them, thus transforming the process into a kind of psychological and energetic decoding rather than mystical storytelling, where identity layers become visible, those roles and self-images a person has adopted over time, such as being the strong one, the sacrificer, or the misunderstood one, which often operate as protective mechanisms rather than authentic expressions of the self. And within this exploration, one may encounter what can be responsibly described as energetic or emotional contracts, not in a dramatic or fatalistic sense, but as deeply ingrained internal agreements like, "I must not surpass my family," or "I must always put others first," which subtly guide decisions and shape life outcomes. Furthermore, Akashic work can be used to recalibrate a person's relationship with time itself, helping dissolve the psychological weight of regret rooted in the past and the anxiety projected onto the future, by clarifying that both are largely constructs of memory and imagination, while the present moment remains the only point of conscious influence. And from this grounded state, decision-making can be approached with greater clarity, not through rigid predictions, but by exploring probable outcomes of different choices, thereby empowering individuals to act with awareness rather than dependency. An important dimension that can be added is emotional energy mapping, where clients begin to notice how certain feelings consistently arise in specific situations, or even reside in particular areas of the body, bridging intuitive work with somatic awareness and modern therapeutic understanding. While another subtle yet powerful layer is language reframing, since the way a person internally narrates their life, whether through victimhood, confusion, or responsibility, directly shapes their experience, and shifting from "why is this happening to me" to "what is this showing me" can itself initiate healing. Equally essential is the integration of the shadow, not as something to be removed or feared, but as an aspect of the self to be understood and harmonized, reducing inner conflict and increasing psychological coherence. And in relational contexts, Akashic insight can guide individuals to see others not as karmic burdens or fixed roles, but as mirrors reflecting unresolved aspects within themselves, thus dissolving blame and encouraging introspection. At a more advanced level, this work must also address the risk of spiritual bypassing, where individuals may use concepts like karma, destiny, or higher purpose to avoid practical responsibilities or uncomfortable truths. And therefore a mature Akashic practice consistently brings the person back to grounded awareness, personal accountability, and present action, while simultaneously nurturing inner authority, encouraging individuals to trust their own perception and intuition rather than becoming dependent on repeated readings. For a true practitioner does not create followers, but cultivates independent awareness. In many cases, the most profound aspect of this work lies not in interpretation at all, but in the capacity to hold silence, where no immediate answers are given, yet deep observation allows insights to arise naturally from within, aligning closely with ancient Indian understandings of consciousness, where the deepest knowledge is revealed not through external narration, but through inner stillness. Thus, Akashic Records, whether understood as a metaphysical field or a symbolic interface with the subconscious and collective layers of mind, ultimately function as a bridge between intuitive perception and psychological clarity, offering a space where individuals can observe, understand, and gradually transform the patterns that shape their lives, not by escaping reality, but by engaging with it more consciously, more honestly, and with a deeper sense of responsibility toward their own evolution.